Welcome back. This is the official first episode on the Return podcast. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to talk about a little bit of an honest, uncomfortable, very real topic that I'm not going to be telling you what to do, or I'm not going to be pushing this on you. More so just sharing a little bit of a lived-in experience of mine that I've worked through, will continue to work through, probably forever. And a lot of us do it all the time, maybe a little bit, maybe we weave in and out of this, but it's something that I believe a lot of us do. And if you find yourself here in this moment, maybe try this on and see what sticks. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is not a lecture. It's just a reflection that I'm still inside of. So what I want to talk about is saying no, a little codependency, and how often we give ourselves. It's so important to realize patterns, cycles, and things that repeat themselves. I believe we have life themes, and all of us have different life themes, things that we will forever need to work through in hopes that we master them. And in hopes that we master them, we overcome them. Maybe we help others through them, or maybe we keep cycling in them. So, naming the pattern and talk about what you see. Giving your time, your energy, attention to others. Are you always being available, being the caretaker, the fixer, the strong one, people-pleasing, trying to control situations or people so you can feel safe inside? I 100% am owning my own shit when it comes to this. I have absolutely unconsciously done this for a long time until I was willing to look at it, until I was ready, until I took off those rose-colored glasses, until I actually started looking at myself instead of blaming others for their actions and distracting myself from myself. So I didn't have to feel. I was like, well, if this person would only do this, then I wouldn't feel the wounded trigger of what's deeply inside of me, expecting others to change. And it's the definition of insanity. How can you expect someone else to change? You need to focus on yourself to change. Look how hard it is for us to change. And it's so quick for us to be like, well, if they only did this, then I wouldn't do this. And it's kind of a cool trick. It's like, we'll do this for you first, and then watch the external change. So on the outside, it may look like kindness, responsibility, love, but sometimes underneath, it's exhaustion, resentment, and emptiness. And how often do you feel like, oh, I'm just helping others and I'm just saying yes because they need me right now. And oh yes, even though you might not have the energy, or you're a little bit tired, or you have so much for your own life that needs to be attended to, it's often, oh, I'll get to that later. It's no big deal. But then we're left exhausted. We have a bit of resentment, and then we're feeling empty and depleted. I was once asked by someone, they said, why do you give yourself away so much? And that question stopped me. It's like I was giving away pieces of me constantly, energy, my ideas. It was like giving out money. Like if you could look at yourself as coins, you fill yourself up all the way from your toes, all the way to the crown of your head. And the amount of coins that you have is all that you have for this lifetime. That's what you're given. And if you continually give these coins away without replenishing them, eventually you're going to end up with nothing. And that's when we're exhausted, we're tired, we don't have energy, and then our immune system is suffering, and then we get sick, and then the dis-ease, and it goes on and on and on, and we wonder, how did we get here? And then it's okay if you got there, but it's time to remember, okay, I need to return the energy to myself. I need to put the pieces back that I gave to everybody else, coin by coin. And it's okay. We do it. It happens. It's just, how long are you going to stay in that cycle? It's how quickly you can notice it. Even the moment you're like, oh, I'm doing it again. Even like today, you woke up, you did for so many others, your job, your boss, your coworkers, your kids, your animals, your home, your laundry. But what about you? Where do you fit into this equation? How many coins have you given back to yourself? So I had to sit with it, and I said, why do I do this? Am I helping others, or am I avoiding myself? Does being needed make me feel valuable? Does focusing on others distract me from what I don't want to feel? I had to notice, was I helping or am I avoiding? Something that you might want to explore. Helping as a way to feel worthy? Was I helping as a way to feel in control? Am I helping so I didn't have to sit with my own pain? Projecting onto others instead of turning inwards. Sometimes I wasn't rescuing others. I was rescuing myself from myself. This is a huge one. Oftentimes, the pain can be very deep and very old. And I can resonate big time with this. It can be so big that you want to distract. Rightfully so. As kids, a lot of things happened to us, a lot of experiences that we couldn't really understand. And then we learned how to caretake for the others, people please. Our no quickly was turned to yes because we wanted to make others happy. Rightfully so. We did what we needed to do at that time so we could feel safe. That's what kids need to do. They want to feel safe, so they often do what they think is best at that time. But as we get older and we keep doing that cycle, it takes a lot sometimes for us to be doing it forever until we get sick of ourselves. We get so concerned that we have no more energy or any more time to do the things that we once maybe wanted to do. So if you come back to the feeling and you come back to the people pleasing and the habits, and you realize you're distracting yourself from that pain that is deeply rooted. So if you can surrender to that pain and feel that pain and it's coming up and notice it, witness it, instead of distracting it with drugs, alcohol, maybe it's shopping, gambling, maybe it's people pleasing, maybe it's trying to control another, maybe it's overworking, could be sex, could be vices, many things. People can be addicted to people. You can be addicted to trauma. You can be addicted to running away from yourself. It all stems from feelings, worth, not good enough. But ultimately, we are all good enough. Ultimately, we are all those little kids just wanting to be seen, be heard, be accepted. And when you stop running from yourself and taking care of yourself, it can be very slow. It can be the little things, even if it's a break, 5 minutes to have a breath, put on a meditation, have a sip of water. Maybe it's just have that nice tea, read a book. The more that you practice listening to yourself, listening to the feelings, sitting through them, you won't reach for the distractions. You won't try to change other people to try to make yourself feel safe, because you'll realize you are safe. You're perfect exactly as you are. You've always been that way. Right now in this moment, with all that noise and distraction and chaos and lifing all the time, it's gonna life. It's gonna happen. It's gonna ebb and flow. But I believe our biggest, truest test is to return back to ourselves. We are good enough right now. You are. It's like wipe those tears, wipe that innocent little boy, little girl of who you wanted to be, and maybe life took a turn that took you down a crazy path. But it's like, that's your path. That version of you to get you to this moment, to listen to this podcast in this very second, did everything that it could to get you here. And every day is a new day, a new opportunity to make a choice. We can make a choice to cycle in the same old pattern, not choosing ourselves, choosing others, distracting, staying small, not speaking our truths, saying no. Or we can choose something that's going to be very uncomfortable. I have had to say no at times, and it felt so foreign for me. And I felt like, oh, I'm letting other people down by doing this. And oh, I should be a good person and say yes. But after I did it for so long, I've noticed I'm just continuing to giving myself away. I needed to give back to myself. And that could have just been that one time that I actually said no and followed through with it. And then I sat with those feelings of honoring my no. And I noticed something. I noticed that I felt like I was a bad person for saying no. I felt that person, what was going to happen? Were they not going to like me anymore? Were they going to leave my life? Were they going to think all these things? Were they going to tell other people that I said no? Is this selfish? Am I a bad person for doing this? And I let it all come up. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to feel it, see it, witness it. I'm going to sit in it. And I did. And it was wild. This was like the oldest feelings, the oldest pain. And it was so uncomfortable, you guys. I was like, oh my gosh. And there's a part of me that wanted to distract it. It wanted to quickly turn around and change my answer. And I was like, no, I'm going to sit in this and honor the capacity that I have right now. I'm going to honor my no. And I know that at the end of the day, the people are going to respect me and love me and eventually will see that what I was doing was a self-honoring choice. And if they don't, that's okay too, because everybody has their choices. Everybody has their free will, and everybody gets to choose. But I noticed if I don't choose me, nobody will choose me. How the hell can I expect anybody else to choose me if I can't even choose me? And that shifted everything for me. It shifted my relationships. It shifted the people that were in my life. And I was like, wow, every time I choose me, I'm giving the other people to choose themselves too. It's from being honest. Radical honesty gives other people the ability to be honest with themselves too, and truly shifts mountains. Responsibility and blame. How blaming others keeps us from taking responsibility. How resentment builds when we don't have boundaries. How saying yes when we mean no teaches people to overstep. If I never say no, I don't get to be angry when people take. So truthfully, if I were to say yes all the time, I would be building deep resentment inside of myself for all of my relationships because I don't have boundaries. How is that fair? How is that building a bond? How is that going to make my relationships thrive? It's not. It's going to keep us all in a cycle of toxic, unhealthy living in lies and not truth. Saying no as self-respect. Let's reframe it. Saying no isn't rejection and it isn't selfish. It's honesty. It's care for yourself and others. Saying no is sometimes the most loving thing we can do. What I'm inviting you to sit with is notice where you're giving yourselves away. What do you think you might be avoiding by saying yes? What feelings are you avoiding? And what are you hoping to receive by overgiving? Just so everyone knows, I'm still learning this. And maybe that's the return, coming back to ourselves, one honest no at a time. I hope you're able to take a few pieces from this episode. Try to apply it to your life if you choose, or maybe this is just some seeds being planted. Maybe you can play around with this idea. And maybe it's just honoring the no within yourself. Maybe it's trying something on for size really small. Maybe it's instead of having that candy, you tell yourself no and you follow through. Little pieces, bird by bird, one step at a time. Make it small. Start to honor the no's and feel good about those no's. It's okay. Sending you so much love. Have an amazing day. Love you.